Greetings from the voice of Allan Kardec.
And welcome from the voice of the spirits.
We are here once again to take you on another small journey through the Spirits book by Allan Kardec. Today we will continue with selfishness, addressing question number 917.
Enjoy.
Question 917. What is the means for destroying selfishness?
Of all human imperfections, the most difficult to uproot is selfishness, because it is connected to the influence of matter, from which human beings, still so close to their origin, cannot free themselves. Everything concurs to sustain its influence: your laws, your social organizations, and your education. Selfishness will be weakened with the predominance of the moral life over the material life, and especially with the understanding that Spiritism gives you concerning your true future state, which is no longer distorted by allegorical fictions. When it is well understood and identified with customs and beliefs, Spiritism will transform habits, usages, and social relations. Selfishness is founded upon the importance of the personality. When well understood, I repeat, Spiritism enables you to see things from such an evolved point of view that the sentiment of the personality somehow disappears before the doctrine's immensity. Upon destroying this self-importance and showing its real nature, Spiritism necessarily combats selfishness. It is the shock that humans experience from selfishness of others that usually makes them selfish in turn, because they feel the need to put themselves on the defensive. Seeing that others think only of themselves and not of them, they are in turn led to be concerned about themselves more than about others. Let the principle of charity and fraternity be the basis of social institutions and the legal relations between nations and individuals, and all will think less of themselves when they see that others are doing so too. Thus they will undergo the moralizing influence of example and contact. In the light of the present overflowing of selfishness, true virtue is needed to sacrifice one's own personality for the sake of others, who generally do not recognize it. It is to those, above all, who possess this virtue that the kingdom of heaven is opened. For them, especially, is reserved the bliss of the elect, because I can truly tell you that on the day of judgment, those who have only thought of themselves will be cast aside and will suffer abandonment.
Refer to question number 785. Thénelon. Author's remarks for question 917. Laudable efforts have doubtlessly been made to help humankind advance. Good sentiments are encouraged, stimulated, and honored today more than at any other time, and yet the devouring worm of selfishness continues to be the scourge of society. It is a true evil that is scattered throughout the world and of which everyone is more or less a victim. Therefore, it is necessary to fight it as if we were fighting an epidemic. To this end, we must proceed as physicians do. Go back to the cause. Let us seek out in every structure of the social organization, from the family to nations, from the hovel to the palace, all the causes, all the patent or hidden influences that excite, maintain, and develop the sentiment of selfishness. Once the causes are known, the remedy will present itself. We will only need to fight them, if not completely, then at least partly, and little by little the poison will be drawn out. The cure may take a long time because the causes are numerous. but it is not impossible. Moreover, we cannot reach that point unless we attack the evil at its roots, that is, through education. Not the education that aims only to educate people, however, rather the education that also aims to make them moral individuals. When it is rightly understood, education will be the key to moral progress. When the art of managing characters is understood, as well as the art of managing intelligences, we will be able to correct characters in the same way that we straighten new plants. However, this art requires much tact, much experience, and profound observation. It is a serious error to believe that it is enough to simply have knowledge in order to apply it advantageously. Whoever has observed the children of the wealthy as well as of the poor from the moment of their birth, noticing all the harmful influences that act on them as a result of the weakness, ignorance, and negligence of those who guide them, and also noticing how often the means employed to moralize them usually fail, will not be surprised to find so much confusion in the world. Let efforts be made towards morality as much as towards intelligence, and we will see that if there are obstinate natures, there are also in a greater number than you might think those who require only good cultivation in order to yield good fruit. Refer to question number 872. People want to be content, and this sentiment is in their very nature. That is why they work without ceasing to improve their situation on earth, and to seek out the causes of their ills in order to cure them. When they rightly understand that selfishness is one of those causes, that it engenders the pride, ambition, cupidity, envy, hatred, and jealousy of which they are at every moment the victim, that it brings trouble into all social relations, provokes dissension, and destroys trust, obligating them to constantly maintain a defensive attitude towards their neighbor, that it engenders a sentiment that converts friends into foe, then they will also understand that this vice is incompatible with their own happiness. We would add that it is incompatible with their own safety as well. Thus, the more they suffer as a result of it, the more they will feel the need to fight it as they would a plague, harmful animals, and all other scourges. They will be compelled to do so out of their own self-interest. Refer to question number 784. Selfishness is the source of all vices, as charity is the source of all virtues. Destroying the former and developing the latter should be the aim of all people's efforts if they wish to ensure their happiness in this world as well as in the future.